Hey everybody, welcome to Community Conversations, where we're talking about how culture drives business. My name is Alex Williams. I am the community manager here at Procore, along with my colleague and friend Aleya Hansen, who's the director of culture strategy. And we are exploring visual tools that help create culture. Let's dive right in.
Visual tools shape language, and language creates culture. Alex, the visual tool we're looking at today is called Know Yourself to Lead Yourself. And as this tool pops up on screen for you, just take a moment and pause. Just observe and ask the question, what words jump out to you? Consider what visual or imagery pops. What meaning would you attribute to this tool, Know Yourself to Lead Yourself? Consider even the title of the tool, leadership. It's easy to think about leadership being outward focused, leading others. But what we would suggest is that to lead others well, we have to first lead ourselves. And in order to lead ourselves, we have to know ourselves. It's a tool of self-awareness. So where's the starting point? We would suggest the intentional starting point is tendencies. We all have tendencies natural to who we are, core to who we are. And those tendencies are revealed over the course of our life through the patterns that lead to actions. Every action has an outcome, and outcomes shape our reality. An accidental starting point might be reality, asking the question, oh my gosh, how did I get here? As if it's a cosmic mystery. But the reality is that it's just simply a byproduct of outcomes directly tied to actions that are foreshadowed by our tendencies. When we're in spaces and we have a clear understanding of our strengths, of where we are really good and talented, we have a chance to double down on those and really invest in those to create actions that lead to positive outcomes to realities that we're celebrating. So the more we know ourselves and the more we know our strengths, the greater the opportunity to really maximize our impact and our influence. And conversely, the more that we're aware of landmines and tendencies that might bring challenges, like if I wake up in the morning after a terrible night's sleep and I skip breakfast and I go into work and something goes sideways, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to recognize that my response is probably going to be less than ideal. All of that is just clearly understood if I know my tendencies. So it's an early warning radar. How sharp is my radar to identify where my strengths are so I can double down, or where my tendencies and challenges are so I can avoid landmines? The goal here is to leverage self-awareness to lead ourselves well in order to lead others. So as the tool pops up one more time for you, consider what your takeaway is. What's an application that can create 1 degree of positive change for you? The goal here is to sharpen our self-awareness in order to lead ourselves well and set the stage to lead others well. Thanks for joining us.
Now that we understand the Know Yourself to Lead Yourself visual tool, we're going to jump inside the Procore Community van, head all the way north to Toronto, Canada to interview one of Procore's leaders, Aleya Chattopadhyay. So jump on in and let's go.
All right, everybody, we're here inside the Procore Community van, and I am excited to introduce you to our VP of Marketing, Aleya Chattopadhyay. Aleya, thank you for joining us all the way from Toronto.
I'm so excited to be here, Alex and LV.
So Aleya, we just went over the Know Yourself to Lead Yourself visual tool. You've seen this tool before, and we're wondering, when you look at this visual tool, what does it mean to you?
So this is one of my favorite visual tools, and I love that we use it at Procore. For me, Know Yourself to Lead Yourself really points to first principles. And as I think about, the top 3 areas that really impact leadership, Know Yourself to Lead Yourself really is about self-awareness. And for me, self-awareness is a really good indicator for me to understand what kind of corporate culture that I want to fit into. And even more broadly than that, what kind of community, what kind of relationships that I have. But I think that when you're thinking about business and leadership, understanding the culture where you're going to excel at and the kinds of values that the company embraces is really important to understand how effective your leadership style is going to be at that company. The second principle that it really points to for me is Know Yourself to Lead Yourself really helps me understand where my blind spots are. And I think that, awareness of blind spots allows me to surround myself with people who have expertise in areas that I don't, that really complement the things that I'm strong at and where there's opportunity. And it helps me think about how I hire. And so I think it's a really important principle as you start to think about, again, how you're going to become an effective leader. The third principle that it speaks to is a growth mindset. And I think that if you truly want to have a growth mindset and be a lifelong learner, then you have to embrace know yourself to lead yourself. You have to understand where the learning opportunities are. You have to understand how deep you want to go in those learning opportunities. And I think it just really enriches what you can bring to the table as an effective leader.
Awesome. Yeah, that is wonderful. Aleya, thank you for your time. Thank you for your leadership here at Procore as well. We wouldn't be the same without you. So we appreciate your time, and thank you everybody for listening in.
Thanks, Aleya.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.